Stanley Parks, coming to you from a nice big lake out in Chester County, Pennsylvania on Sunday, January 21st, I believe it is, it's like mid-afternoon, and it's my first ice fishing attempt ever. We're out here, we got plenty of ice, about 5 inches, and we're going to try to catch whatever we can catch out here. I don't know exactly what that's going to entail, since I haven't been out here fishing before through the ice, although I think we're probably talking about yellow perch. Perhaps we'll pick up a crappie, maybe an odd bass, or whatever, but we're just going to try to catch something for my first fish through the ice in my life. Alright, so you can see on the finder that I'm in about 19 feet of water, and I've got my lure showing up at like 12. I got nothing on the finder right now, but I can see where my lure is here, so we'll investigate this spot for maybe 5 more minutes, and if I don't see anything on the finder, we're going to move spots. It's really pleasant out here. It's almost 50 degrees. Frankly, I'm a little warm in my coat, but I know the second I take it off, I'll start to get chilly probably. It's very nice on my hands, at least. They're not cold at all. No breeze to speak of, almost dead calm, which makes it that much nicer. Alright, so I've tried a couple of different spots. I'm trying to mark something on the finder. Not marking anything yet in any of the spots. I've tried some pretty shallow, 12 feet deep, medium depth, and now really deep. Although, as you can see, I'm not that far from the shore here, and I might continue to work up towards that other shoreline if I don't mark anything here. See if I can mark something in a little bit shallower water adjacent to this deeper water. The other thing I have is a medium-sized Nungesser spoon on. It's really a shad spoon, silver spoon. It's maybe a little big for the purposes we're working with, but I figured it would be a decent all-around kind of a finder lure. And maybe, if I start marking fish and not getting attention, then I'll switch lures. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with this spoon. Alright, I am back. I've switched to a tiny, like tungsten jig, like ice fishing jig with a power bait wax worm hit. Definitely hit. Definitely a hit. I'm getting hits. Fish? Alright, there we go. That was the ticket. Not much to this little guy. Ooh. But it's a fish. There we go. The yellow perch, my first fish ever through the ice. Alright, Mr. Perch, thank you very much. Alright, well that did not take long once I had the right lure. Alright, I am back. As you can see here, I'm in 12 feet of water. I am right by this obstruction of this stick. I didn't do a hole here initially because I figured there is no way that was deep enough because it's right by the shore. And I've fished this area before, and some parts of this cove are extremely shallow, but obviously not this part. So this seems like an amazing spot, and it looks like I'm marking some fish on the finder too. So see what comes of this spot, if anything. There we go. All right, yellow perch. Decent one. Not huge, but let's see here. Hello, Mr. Perch. He is 8 inches. Or a little maybe over. Nothing remarkable, but hey, there you go. Perfect. That's fantastic. So there you go. Found structure in deep water and caught a fish in 2 seconds. Looks like there are a whole boatload of fish lined up in here. There we go. Another, pretty average sized yellow perch for here, 7.5, 8 inches. Right on the spot. Away he goes. That is something else, man. That is so rewarding, I have to say. I'm glad that I checked this spot out before giving up on the day, because this is, look at all those fish on the finder, man. They are just stacked in here by this. It's interesting. It's like the one piece of structure. There's another one. They're just in here. It's the one piece of structure in the whole area is this stick, and it's in deep water, and these perch are on that thing. Look at that. There he is. Looks like a carbon copy of the last one. Oh, give me that back. Come on, give me that back. You take it. You take it. I can get another one. Now, I'm sure there are circumstances and days when to have a live waxworm makes all the difference in the world. But obviously with these fish right here, the power bait waxworm is totally good enough, because they are hitting the snot out of this thing. Now my transducer got knocked out of the hole with that last fish, but I don't really need it now. I'm zeroed in on him. Fish. Oh, come on, buddy. Come here. Come here. Skating. There he is. Pretty fish. Back you go. The hit is not massive. I mean, they're really not slamming it, but they are. I mean, you can feel it. It's not so light you can't feel it. Now, maybe if you're out here in a bunch of wind or something, look at that little thinker. Alright, buddy. Maybe if you're out here in a bunch of wind, you could have an issue feeling these things, but I'm not having any issue feeling them. I mean, this is not, this is not any kind of G Loomis setup I'm working with here either, so this is the most basic kind of a ice fishing outfit that you can have, and I'm definitely able to feel these fish. Trying to figure out if there's a depth in the water column they'd like it. I went through a minute where I didn't. Oh, there's a fish. I went through a minute where I didn't have a hit before, and I don't think it was deep enough. And then, so the last couple of fish, I let it go all the way to the bottom and lifted it up a foot or so. That one I tried that and wasn't getting any hits, and then we lifted it up another 6-8 inches and another yellow perch. And all it goes. Good. Perfect. That's really good stuff. Really good stuff happening here for a rookie ice fisherman here. I know it's just yellow perch in a lake that's full of them, but you know what? I'm pretty excited about it. I am pretty excited about it. So just a couple turns off the bottom. He was already on it. Ooh, there he is. This is sick, man. This is some fun stuff. All right. I suppose that's a lesson too. I, moved all around and moved all around and moved all around, and wasn't marking fish on the finder. And I got to this spot and marked fish on the finder, and here they are in significant numbers. So I suppose that there's something to be said for just moving around. Like I said before, it's just not that hard to drill a hole. It takes a few seconds really, and seems like it makes a big difference to just find a spot. And obviously it makes a big difference. That's common, like super self-evident. Whoa! A little better fish. There he is. Another 8-incher. 8.5. My hand breadth is 9 inches, so, or 8, almost 9 inches. So that's an 8.5 plus. Alright, I've got tiny bit more light, and I've got to walk back down a trail to get where I'm going, so I'm gonna fish one more drop and then pack it up. Hate to find these fish and then leave them feeding, but I don't want to try to walk down that trail in the dark either, so dink. In the day. Alright. That was interesting. I worked it up off the bottom. I dropped it back all the way to the bottom. Got a hit immediately. Okay. Yeah, the bite's just like an ever so light little tick. That's a good fish to end on right there. You feel like a tiny little tick on the line, and that's him taking it. Alright, to end the day. Goodbye, buddy. Alright, so really productive little afternoon of ice fishing. First fish ever from the ice for me. Can't beat that. So much fun. Hey, if you haven't done it before, it's not a big expenditure of money. Definitely for under $100. You can have the whole kit, the auger, the rod, the line, some lures. And you can do it, it's a very doable thing. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get through the really tough days of winter if you like to fish like I do, and I'm sure like you do. So give it a try. I think it's doable. You might have some fun, and until next time, I'll catch you.